before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he is going to lose yardage here. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He'll buy some time right. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. 11 yards for number 11.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Right there, hurt. Go.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. Doing it himself from 9 yards out. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Now the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
2nd and 3. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
Let's go now.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Pass it 60. Pass it 60.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on 3rd down. Looking deep for Julio. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick.
And returning it, here's Hamler.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Okay, ready?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And with great starting field position and one time out of their pocket, they can still come away with points here in the late going.
He's going to go up top again. And this one is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
70 Lions. Dragon 60. Warriors 70. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board.
Buffalo 18. 18, Pioneer. 79 Broncos.
They're going to look to throw.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Let's go.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Come on, come on. Hey.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Let's go now. Go.
They'll throw now on the final play. And this one too low. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hurt. Ready.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Screen play set up for Williams.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Back to throw here. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This from 32 yards away. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the 2nd half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
And this will be a Texans first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Rolling to his right. And a throw right sideline is complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
Ed Oliver through the line and hitting him for the loss.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now back to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. This is intercepted.
William Jackson with a pick. And the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going, and also you motivate your offensive line. I think
he'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Josie Jewell, the linebacker, getting the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here.
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Texans are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready, ready. Street, trap 60.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close.
Ready! Hey, smash Broncos!
Now a handoff running left. This is Williams. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener that makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted.
Jalen Petrie picks it off.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things through this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this?
He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and
he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Dameon Pierce, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a two-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last two drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to...
He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
19 Tiger.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Back to 60.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Jones has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again.
There he is again, another catch for Julio Jones.
Touchdown, Texans. Julio Jones, 27 yards.
And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Fielded right around the 8.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
19 tight, ready.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here we go.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Dragon 60.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Again, it's Williams. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the second time. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play that time through the air. 77 yards.
Well, it took us until the final play chart to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Broncos, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.